Well, guys, I am back to watching another Monster Truck event as we're down to the final regular season event of the 2000 Monster Jam season. As we're about to watch Monster Jam Pontiac 2000 Freestyle. As here we go. It's going to be a wild night with the most intense regular season track that could potentially rival, I think, World Finals 1. We saw wild action racing last week. Tom got his racing win. Free previews. I hate that when you do that. But yeah, it's going to be a tough track out there. So I hope you're all ready for some beautiful monster truck action like they're supposed to be doing. And of course, remember, next time out after this event, we're going to be going out to Vegas for World Finals 1. I cannot wait to see that again. It's going to be awesome. So get pumped, fans, for a little preview of World Finals 1 in Pontiac Freestyle here. Because Freestyle here is intense.
Welcome to the wrenchhead.com USHRA Monster Jam. Hi, everybody.
And look at that hill that they're going to be going for. And trucks will be going for that tonight, just so you all know.
Show 2. That's right. In a few minutes, guess what? It's time for Freestyle. That's why I'm up here, because, you know, this is the last regular season Freestyle for the season of 2000. And someone tonight may launch themselves off of this. Why? Because next time you see us doing Freestyle, we'll be in Las Vegas at the World Championships. And to get to Las Vegas, these guys have got to go through Pontiac, which means it's make it or break it time.
Yeah, they have to go wild here at night, the final regular season event.
So to get things started, to get it rocking and rolling, upstairs to Mike Hogwood, Scott Douglas. Guys, take it away.
Dan Pontiac Silverdome is going crazy here tonight. All these folks love their monster truck racing. We saw a great show last week in side-by-side competition. I think we're going to see one tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Hogwood along with Scott Douglas. We're in the pit area where these monster trucks are getting ready to go freestyling, and I think there's a little bit extra going in this show tonight.
No doubt about it. A lot of trucks have to be thrashing to get ready to get.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure it's Grave Digger 7 in the background. It's definitely not Pablo's Grave Digger.
For monster truck racing, some of the most spectacular freestyles, and I gotta say it, most spectacular crashes we've ever seen have come in the Pontiac Silverdome. Let's go see what's next.
Yeah, what's in store for us tonight? Will it be a lot of crashes? I've talked to some of these drivers. They say they're ready to go all out and do some things that we haven't seen all year. Let's check out our field.
The Super Duty Ford's back with us.
I cannot wait for Freestyle tonight. Hopefully Scott Hartsock will be able to drive, because remember, he was broke, and we already know Pablo's going to be driving after his breakage.
Our first Freestyle look at Dave on Motor Madness.
A week ago, Bounty Hunter Jimmy Cretan, what a side-by-side competition he had. He made it all the way to the finals. And this year on Motor Madness, we have seen a great freestyle run out of Jim Kohler and Avenger. Can he do it tonight?
They call this guy Airman Dan. You need a lot of great air, a lot of sick air.
Cannot wait for this event. I've been looking forward to this for a while now to wrap up the season. Because freestyle here is wild, the track is intense. And you see, not just the racing lane, you have that bus stack, you have the double van stack on the other side, you have the center jump right there, you have motocross jumps everywhere. This is a big, giant track. This is intense by 2000 stands, just so you all know.
Bulldozers return to freestyle, and we've seen Bulldozer have some great shows.
No doubt about it.
I hate previews.
But be spectacular along the way. Gravedigger, Pablo Huffaker, despite being disappointed in racing last week.
Okay, stop previewing.
Another 30 on the board to keep that Digger momentum headed into Vegas.
30 points is the maximum you can get in freestyle. Goldberg has hit that mark several times this year. He wants to secure that freestyle title here tonight. Our overall points, Goldberg with a almost insurmountable lead over Gunslinger.
Just absolutely dominant. He has been incredible, and it's reflected in those points.
Alright, so here we go, getting ready for freestyle action after that wild previewing all we had. That was so great to see all that. As we're just getting ready. Oh, not freestyle yet. Alright, now here we go. So it looks like Jim Jack and Reptoid's gonna get started. So here we go. Let's see what Jim Jack's got. We didn't see him freestyle at all in Orlando. Oh yeah, good start. They were going for those jumps. And he's going to go over that. Here we go, right for that racing lane. Having some good momentum.
Monster truck racing is always here with his wife. And it's a kind of family affair with with this team with Reptoid.
And then gonna go right for that jump big ear. He's having some good momentum so far in this run.
Let's see what he's got in freestyle. Again, you judged on points.
As gonna go for that race lane. Alright, he slowed down a little bit. Nice hit. Uh-oh, truck spin off a little bit right there. Runs that over.
It's always a nice little, move for a point or two to knock out one of the stands that's sitting there. But you've got the special wrench head alleys with buses in
Back for the racing lane once again. Needs to pick up the pace a bit. He still has some good momentum. As for the racing lane, beautiful.
Freestyle, when you say to keep up that momentum, which Jim Jack is doing right now, but he's not really doing anything with
So now, we're gonna go run. Oh, just tap the side of it, didn't run it over. All right, here we go for the back of the race lane. Finally gonna go for that. Nice. So, crawls over that roller.
And the whole momentum theory is that the fans just love to see these trucks go fast, make a lot of noise.
Yep, back over the race lane. Hasn't done a lot lately now. He needs to really pick it up. Since he is out here first, he's got to go big. All right, for the back of the racing lane.
Saw a little smoke out the front end there, but I don't think this has been a smoking freestyle.
I think he damaged the... Yeah, he did damage the eye a bit. Oof. He broke part of the eye. All right, there we go. Solid run for Jim Jack to start off freestyle. Of course, he'll get the lead, but of course, what he'll get, how long he'll last is a different question.
Yet unspectacular. You mentioned he did keep the momentum up. He did crush some things.
He did have some momentum early on, but then he lost it. And it's a 14. That's kind of low. But it's a 14. All right, here we go. Airman Dan Evans in Destroyer. First time we're seeing him since New Orleans. He lost the hood. I mean, the bumpers you saw from freestyle. I mean, I'm racing last time out. And he's going to go for the back of those cars. And runs into the side of that van. And remember, this is hometown like Mr. Excitement, so you know he's going to go big here. And oh boy, here we go. Going big for the bus stack. Huge. Beautiful. Azugoi. Nice. What a start for Dan. That's huge, fans. Remember that. That is huge for trucks to do that back then. As right for the racing lane, dragging stuff underneath. Man, what a start. All right, here we go for the other obstacle, for the van stack. Up and over it. Yeah. Beautiful. He's hitting everything out there. Hits the side of the hill. He is just going nuts out there. All right, so now, looks like I'm trying to go into a daunt. Up on two wheels. Saved it. Remind me what he did in Houston 2002. As, oh boy, here we go for the back of the... Okay, Paul's going to go for the motocross jump. Up and over the cars right there. Man, he is just going off in this run. He doesn't have that much momentum, but man, he is just hitting everything out there. All right, now for the racing lane right there. As there's some smoke. All right, so now, here we go. Here we go. Now he's going for the back of the hill. Oh. As... he is lined up for it, and right for the back of the motocross hill, on two wheels, saved it as on fire. What a finish for Airman Dan.
I'm going to tell you, that was spectacular.
That was an insane run. He hit everything out there pretty much. He is going to score big. Look at that. Huge back in 2000. Man. He hit like everything out there, and it was so beautiful. And it's a 25. Yeah, that is kind of hard on him. The only thing I can say is he didn't have a lot of momentum. That's probably what hurt him. But man, what a run for Airman Dan. That was insane. All right. So, still got a bit to last. Here we go. Looks like next up is Mr. Excitement, the other Michigan native. Last time we saw Jim, of course, in the very first Monster Jam event I ever saw in New Orleans, where he lost to Rob Nell in the finals in that wild finish. Well, let's see what he's got. This is the first time I've seen him in that new body. He broke, remember, it looked like in racing, so let's see what he's got here. He's going to go right for the racing lane.
But it was such a violent clip in New Orleans. And, well, I'll tell you what, he's got it put back together. That new body style looks great on the Avenger. And another...
he's going to run into that.
Make a show. Certainly Dan Evans lived up to it for his fans.
All right, for the back of the racing lane. Oh, God. He's almost hit the van stack. So far, not a lot of momentum yet, but here we go for the bus stack. Here we go. Right for it. Up and over it. Nice. Knock over the pole.
That's what's standing out when people look down at that red shed freestyle alley. You got to go after it.
All right, so now
as Dan Evans did, and Evans' score was pretty good, even though I thought it should have been higher. Let's see
as Jim gonna go for the back of the racing lane. Nice wheelie. Having a good run, but he doesn't have any momentum though. Looks like he might be struggling still from his breakage from last week. All right, here we go for the van. Right for it. Nice wheelie. Beautiful crush. And then gonna go for cars. There you go. Now starting to pick up the momentum.
And he is getting some horsepower, getting some momentum going. You hear that engine?
All right, so he now goes.
Well, now the engine's
Oh, no, looks like he's stopping. Oh, no, he's backing up. He's still going, looks like. Oh, he's trying to get a power wheelie. He did somewhat.
Folks, that's 10,000 pounds he lifted up in that wheelie.
Back of the race lane right there. Hit the side of the hill. Ooh, that was not a good hit.
Nicely done.
All right. As now, of course, showing the crowd instead of showing him. Maybe going back for the motocross jump. Looks like something wrong with that one tire. He's like crab walking. Solid run for Jim. He didn't have a lot of momentum though.
Jim Kohler.
You can hear the crowd.
I love his passion for the sport.
Ah, that was nice to see him go for the bus.
Kohler did take on that bus.
Yeah, there's not going to be any big numbers if you don't go after the bus, but I love that move because that came right off that wheelie.
11!
You got to be kidding me.
Oh my God, that was way off. Oh my God, that's last place. That is not deserved last place. Those fan judges are out of their mind. All right, so now here we go. Medusa. We saw her last time out in Jacksonville. Let's see what she's got here. As back it up now. It's not good.
You know, our judges are not professionals.
No,
and, obviously, you know, just weren't impressed with that run. But when we watch these guys every week, I can
Here we go for back of that racing lane. Nice.
Really did a job. That's Medusa out on the course now in freestyle. We've told you her story from WCW Wrestling.
It looks like now she's going to line up for the bus. Here we go. For the bus. Line up for it. Beautiful. Look at that crush.
okay. I like it.
That was huge for her to do that too back then.
You know, you could see her confidence grow.
Like, remember last time out in Jacksonville, only Lyle and Dennis, Lyle and Pablo went for the bus stack. Here, we've already had 3 trucks go for it. That's a huge obstacle back then.
She intends not to be denied.
As going to crawl up the side of the motocross jump. She needs to pick up the momentum.
Trying to get some momentum going.
Oh boy, here we go. Going to go for those cars sideways a bit.
Truck courses and how to
Alright.
handle these big machines, keep them rolling. Had a few
So now let's see. As looks like going to go into a donut.
but not having any problems tonight as she's trying to do a little donut action.
Here comes the classic moment. Into the side of the hill. Ooh, big hit. As comes to a stop right in front of the dumpster. That was a good run. That was probably her best run of the season.
She's getting it done.
19.
And I think these scores are low. That's a 19.
That's fair, I guess. Although, maybe could have gotten a little bit more. But Airman Dan still leads with 25.
And we have got some motocross coming your way.
But we're not here for that. We're here for monster trucks. So here we go. Dave Woodcock and Scarlet Bandit now. Like one of the few times I ever got to see him drive too. Remember, Dawn Crete normally drives, but I think this was one of those years where she got pregnant and she did not drive. There was a lot of years where she straight just did not drive and someone else had to drive Scarlet Bandit.
Not being real liberal, so everybody knows they better get out and be spectacular.
The wheelie.
The Destroyer currently is the leader with 25 points.
Dave is a native of Kansas. We haven't seen him a lot here on the Motor Madness.
He's gonna go for those cars.
And he's been a monster truck driver for some 4 seasons.
As
Part of the team that,
and by the way too, when I first saw him, when here's a funny story too. When my dad hit the side of the hill. When my dad filmed Pontiac 2000, all the stuff we already saw, watched, he missed filming all that. So this was the first freestyle action I got to see of Pontiac, Scarlet Bandit. That sucks. Had to wait till later on in the year to see the rest of it. Oh, and missed the rest of the runs too, pretty much too. So like only got like the middle part, which is weird and unfortunate. But so far, still solid run for Dan, or Dave. As gonna go for the back of those cars. Nice wheelie.
a nice sky wheelie. Actually got both wheels up.
As now going to go for the racing lane. Nice distance. He's got some momentum. He's doing good. But if you want to beat Dan, you're going to have to put up something really big.
He's going to try a little more for us.
Alright, for the back of the cars. Here we go, right for another wheelie. Nice.
Wheelie part down. He's doing that well, but again, thought he should have probably tried to incorporate a couple more
He
things.
hasn't taken any of the big obstacles on.
Alright, here we go for the bus stack.
And you know that that's very difficult to do. There he goes.
Nice.
That's a bus.
Got to do that. You've just got to go there. If you're going to score, you have just got to go there. Good job, Dave.
That was so nice. Yeah, gonna go into a donut.
It's always a crowd favorite.
Well, tried to, but didn't really get anything going.
Get it going.
Couldn't get it going, so that may eventually cost him. Sometimes you try it if you don't do it.
That was a good run for Dave.
Sometimes I think you should get credit for the attempt.
But Dan Evans still had the better run.
So, Scarlet Bandit, and again, the judges have been kind of tough to figure out here, so...
Well, actually,
22.
his scores
Not bad.
are probably pretty close. 22 points, so he's into second place now.
22 points.
All right,
Impact
next up,
on
John
the
Seasock
first
now.
race here on TNT.
Or Sky Hartley.
We'll be back.
Yeah, Freestyle's been wild. They ain't been so far for fans. All right, here we go. Now up John Seasock and Sudden Impact. You saw him make the semifinals last week. Let's see what he's got here. He's going to go for the back of the racing lane.
Important for these guys here. This is the
All right,
last chance
how about that? Right for the bus. Oh,
to make a sudden impact.
well, that's not going to help backing up.
We will crown champion
Man,
points
so how about that? Last time out, no one touched the button, and now like everyone else afterwards is going for the bus. Beautiful as he crawled over it. Nice touch, but if you really want to score, you got to floor into it, like jump it.
Right now, Seasock would like to carry some momentum into what he hopes will be a trip to Las Vegas.
Right, so here we go for the back of those cars. Nosedive a bit. He doesn't have a lot of momentum yet.
Documented throughout the year on Motor Madness how well liked John Seasock is in the pits. A great guy who's overcome some physical
For
difficulties.
those cars,
back on the
mid van
circuit,
stack.
And it's great to see him out there.
Oh, was that smoke coming out?
Just went away. That puff I didn't like. That blue puff of smoke never looks good.
Yeah.
Although he's still now he's done.
And that's where he ended off.
That's unfortunate. So John,
Now let's see if he does what I think he does.
nice little
Yep.
to end it with.
This is actually funny too, because that July of 2000, me and my family went up to Pennsylvania for a camping site, and we went to Strasburg, which had like a big train museum and all that and such, and got a 15. And nearby they had a model, wooden train set, like a playground and such. I got on top of that of the cab of the train and did exactly what John Seasock did. Waved my hand, put my finger up in the air like that, and of course I got so scared getting down that my uncle had to get me down. I was like crying and bawling to get down. It was so scary. And of course, they literally show previews of the freestyle when they're talking about Sky Hartley right there. So here we go. Sky Hartley, he had troubles against Tom twice last time out as he goes right for the racing lane. And now going to go right back for it. And got a nice wheelie. We've only seen him freestyle two other times. He did really good in Orlando, and then he crapped the bed last time out Jacksonville with the damage. He's been struggling lately. He needs to pick it up. Right, so here we go. For the back of those cars, he got a nice nosedive. He's got some momentum so far. As here we go. He's going to go for the center jump. Look at that. Big jump. Huge. Going for the center jump. That's huge. So over there, he's got some momentum, but he slid out a little bit. That is going to get a lot of points. Here we go for the back of the cars. Nice wheelie. On angle. I bet Dan Evans started to sweat a bit. I'm going to go for that. Here we go for the racing lane. And got another wheelie. Yeah, he's got a lot of momentum so far in this run. Here we go. Into a donut. There we go. Got a good donut going finally. Ianville short. That was the best donut so far.
The crowd's starting to get into Sting a little bit here too. You can hear them building up.
There we go for the back of the race lane once again.
And I really believe the crowd.
This has been just a great run.
Nice job. Nice
As
job
he's
by
going to
Scarlet
park it right
Bandit.
there.
Gave us a little something different, and everybody's looking for their own hook. You always want to have a.
That was a great run. That should
Nice
definitely take
donut.
the
And again,
lead.
what makes this more impressive is that others were having trouble doing donuts tonight.
And that's going to be a 26. He will take the
You
lead.
know, I had a feeling when the crowd started getting into it that score was going to reflect it, and it did. A 26.
That was a great run as Sky Hartley finally took the lead. Dan Evans second. Yeah, this was, I remember what I mentioned earlier about my dad didn't film anything till after Scarlet Bandit came out. I was like wondering, like, what's with all those trucks scoring all that? I only see, like, what, 3 freestyles?
Goldberg, there's Gravedigger. Hang on!
And we still got more action. Of course, next up is Rob Nell and Bulldozer. We saw what we did last time in Indianapolis, and it was a great run. Honestly, he did better than Tom did. It's just Tom did more stuff. So this is the first time we're seeing Freestyle and Bulldozer since Indianapolis. He had a good start. Of course, we know he drives NWO. He's had some good freestyles. Runner-up twice. Right there. And then gonna crawl up that hill, sliding off the side. And then he came to a stop. Slowly crawling down. This so far is not his vintage run. He has not really done anything yet. This is very disappointing.
Now he's getting a little momentum going. Let's see if he can do something here.
All right, here we go for the back of the cars. All right.
Over the sky wheelie. Didn't get a lot of elevation on the front wheels, though.
No, so far, not that impressive a run for Bulldozer.
Yeah, Rob's got to really pick up the pace. All right, here we go for the van. Oh, nice air. Oh, 2 wheels. There we go. Finally got something going. I wonder how he did that. Is he going to go into a donut?
Trying a donut here.
And just not working out.
Able to do it to the tightness that Sting got going, and so again, once they've seen the one
Right,
Sting
for
did, I
the
think
car.
it's really cost Rob by trying it and not being as effective. You know, there's a lot of strategy that plays into impressing judges and fans.
All right, now for the bus stack. Oh, big jump. He jumped it completely into the side of cars. That was the biggest jump off the bus stack so far. He cleared it. Oh, my goodness. And by the way, don't you know it's like the hubcaps? More proof that was NWO, and you'll see later on World Finals 1.
A lot more strategy plays into it.
For side of that hill. Odd angle his. He's going to get on 2 wheels. I remember that all these years later.
Watching these trucks, sometimes I think you don't have an idea just how violent these freestyle runs really are.
As he's just going to crawl over those cars. Chris, what he did smoke, but I think he still goes over them. Nope. Man, look at that. He jumped the bus stack. That was insane. He had a very slow start, but he had a good finish at the end. So overall, it's his average run. But that was probably overall disappointing for Rob now. And he's going to get an 18. That's kind of low. Actually, that's pretty low.
The way I scored it.
All right. Well, Gravedigger has been known for some great.
All right, here we go. We're down to our last 2. Of course, you saw what happened to Pablo last time out. And by the way, this run, I don't think my dad filmed the Eater. I think after Bulldozer went out, that was it. I had to see the event later on in the year before I'd see the rest of the freestyle and the first part too. All right, so Pablo, thankfully he was able to come out. Remember last time out, he broke in round 1. Let's see what he's got. He put up that wild run, remember, in Jacksonville. Score beat Sky Hartley's 26. He's so far off a really good start. And of course, you see Tom Ment out there because he went out first, apparently. Gonna go for the bus stack. Hate when they do it out of order and such, like that. Here we go, up that hill, nice. Can't wait to see what Tom does. He's got a lot of momentum out here right now to take on that 26, though. Even though it's not the 26 he's going after now, because I noticed what Tom got. And here we go, back for the bus stack, as he's up and over once again with another wheelie into the side of the hill. He's just got a lot of momentum out here so far. It's just like we're back in Jacksonville again. In the hill, uh-oh, he slid out a little bit. Up and over that hill with a lot of momentum, going to get the nosedive. A little bit on 2 wheels. Yep, Pablo is just going off right now. As he's going to go back for the bus stack. Hit the side of it. Oh boy, on 2 wheels. Nice save. Great. That's Pablo. Going great. All right, here we go for the back of the racing lane. Nice air. Almost clipped Goldberg.
While Gravedigger 7 and Dennis Anderson are being brought back to 100% for Las Vegas.
Hey, here we go, as he lines up for the center jump, as he just crawled over it, and the shock broke with a huge wheelie!
Oh, he's ripped. He's completely ripped. The front shock.
The shock was ripped off the housing right there and ripped through the hood on that hit. What a move with that wheelie. What a run by Pablo. Man, maybe they should have had Pablo drive Gravedigger for all the events that Des could drive him, because he was just amazing that year. He like single-handedly saved and gave Gravedigger some momentum going into the World Finals 1, because his run was insane. In Jacksonville and then here in Pontiac, just insane. And he's going to get a 28, which will take the lead, but technically not the lead. So we got one more truck left. One of the best freestyles of the year. Tom Meents getting ready to go out there to take on that 28, even though you saw he was already out there beforehand. And oh, that's right, guys, too. Remember, this is the first time Tom's freestyling in weeks. He didn't freestyle in Orlando, and he didn't get the freestyle in Jacksonville either. So he hasn't freestyled since like Anaheim, I think. It's been a long time since he's freestyled. So here we go. Tom, we saw him win racing last time out here. Let's see what he's got. As going to go over that hill over to Van Stack, get things started. 28 to score, beat by Pablo. Even though it really wasn't. Alright, here we go. Into a donut. Has finally got one. Well, he didn't quite get one going. He was on 2 wheels for a minute, but so far having a lot of momentum. Alright, now here we go. Hit side the hill. And they're going to go up that one. How about that? He's going for those hills that no one touched that night. Shows how insane Tom is. Oh, 2 wheels. Saved it. And going to go over those obstacles and then going to hit that. Yep, he's hitting everything out there so far. Hit the side of that hill. He still needs to pick up the momentum, though. He's just hitting all those jumps, which cool and all that, but you got to start doing like other stuff. Alright, as he now goes and lines up for the back of the racing lane. Look at that hit. As on 2 wheels, saved it. Not a good spot, though, as he has to back up. Alright, so now here he goes for the bus stack. Up and over it. Odd angle.
I don't know, might be a disadvantage for Tom here. We talked about the advantages of going late because I think the judges may say.
And now going to go right for that hill. That is unique, though. He was the only one that did, but so far he hasn't quite got a lot of the momentum because he's been slowly going over those hills. And that's the first time anyone hit the van that side. Nice.
28 for Gravedigger. The first thing that popped into my mind, there is a small window here for Goldberg.
As Tom waving to the crowd, as he still needs to really pick up the pace. There we go. Big air. Lost one of the headlights. As Tom now going for the back of that hill, like Stan Evans did, and he got up and over it that time. 2 wheels again. Nice save. Going for the van stack. And then going to go right into that hill. And it's going to go into that. And now here we go for this hill sideways. Look at that. Coming down. I think he has a popped tire too. Yeah, it's popped. But he's still going.
Impressive also the way that truck is held together over some really tough obstacles.
And that truck has got to be hot. He's been out there a long time.
As now, here we go for the racing lane. Sideways. And going to go up into the side of the hill as he's stuck. As he's still going. Backing up.
Backs are off there. Yeah, there's some things even the Goldberg truck, I guess, can't do.
He's going to go for it again as he floors it, and he's going to get up and over it, sideways, into the racing lane, smacked into that hill. That tire is popped, but Tom doesn't care.
There's smoke pouring out of the thing. He's not done.
Yep, Tom doesn't ever give up. You know how that is.
There is a fire under the truck we're spotting. You saw that smoke coming up.
Yeah, a few sparks there. I see it.
It's just so hot. The truck is so hot, and with that run, oil spilling down onto the engine, you can see all the smoke coming off. They're able to get it out. You know, that blower, the huge. Whoa! I thought that is what you call a hot foot.
Yep.
There where his feet are.
What a wild fish. Tom literally caught Goldberg on fire with that insane run. Although he didn't have quite the momentum he had in Anaheim, but man, that was insane.
Wow.
The one thing I heard though was the uniqueness of him going for the motocross jumps, which yeah, no one really did that. And I remember my dad told me that he went for like all the motocross jumps he caught on fire, and I couldn't believe it until I saw it the next day.
And he wanted to send him to Vegas with something special.
This was incredible. Wow.
Yep, that was a great run. He didn't have a lot of the momentum like Pablo did, but he's going to get the win with the 30. So how about that? Tom once again double down to wrap up the regular season. And you see Bounty Hunter got scored there with a 28. Of course, we never saw what Creighton did. Even though they said he was driving, we never got to saw what Creighton did.
And if I had known any better, I swear you were trying to turn that guy over.
I tell you what, I was on an edge there, but I had about 2 more good moves than me, but I had a shock broke off, a bump stop broke off, a motor on fire, and no front end. I don't know what else I could have done.
I guess you can't. I mean, I saw you last time in Jacksonville racing, and you ended up doing little wheelies and things with 3 wheels. But when your truck's on fire, I guess you kind of shut down.
I didn't shut down. They shut me off. I was still trying to fire it up. I thought it was all right. Still running.
And that's all. With the fire
That's why we love you, Tom.
You're gonna make it go, aren't you?
And I miss you
It's
so
getting a little
much.
hot in there. We probably should have turned the air conditioner on, but it was, oh man, wild. You talk about a wild course.
You know, I gotta tell you,
Unbelievable.
I think you've got some extra color. You got a tan when that fire came.
Yeah, I seen it up there. It was burning a little bit. I cranked it up. I was like, whoa.
I mean, you hit every single jump out here. You were hitting jumps that the guys on motorcycles weren't hitting.
Oh, I didn't even know where I was going. I just hit one. I'm like, well, I'm lined up for that one. Go for it, you know.
Does it feel good to get back after missing 2 freestyles in a row? Come back, take a 30, and get ready for Vegas.
Yeah, you bet. If I'm there, I'm getting perfect 10 so far, so this has been great.
Great job. We had a good time watching.
Thanks
course,
a lot,
Medusa.
baby. Thanks a lot. Woo!
God, what a run that was.
Wow, look forward to seeing
Although I
Goldberg
still
in
think
Las
overall
Vegas.
Pablo's run had more momentum. And of course, you never saw what Jimmy Creighton did. But Tom went on longer and he did more spectacular stuff. How about that? Both Pablo and Tom at the same time. Pablo had more momentum. His run was just full of momentum. One hit after another. But yeah, look at the shock housing. Jeez. But there's the regular season stand-ins. Although I don't know if World Finals counted though still.
And our RichHead.com storylines tonight. First of all, the return of Bulldozer. Fairly successful, even though he didn't win here in the freestyle competition tonight.
He won't be in Vegas, but folks, he has earned the Relief Man of the Year award. Pablo Huffaker has picked up Team Gravedigger. He gives Dennis Anderson momentum when number 7
Yeah,
comes back.
and by the way, Dennis will be back in World Finals when he's all healed up and 7's all fixed up. So we're going to be seeing Dennis coming back. And sucks Pablo couldn't make the World Finals because he deserved it. But there we go.
We'll have the World Finals in Las Vegas, Nevada, racing like you have never seen. Hope you'll be with us for it.
Of course, showing off previews, which I hate.
As we determine the world champion and Bill Goldberg on hand to cheer on his truck and Tom Mintz. We'll also have freestyle motocross. Should be great. Las Vegas, Sam Boyd Stadium, and that's next week. For Scott Douglas, I'm Mike Hogwood. Back down to Dan.
What an incredible night of freestyle it's been. Well, for me, it's been great, and for you,
Yeah, freestyle. Remember, this was a tough track, and they went off on this track. That was awesome.
A 25, a 26, a couple of 28s. But you know, when you're Tom Mintz and Goldberg, and you do this to your truck, and you perform the way you performed, you can't top a 30. Next time we see it, it'll be Vegas. Racing and more freestyle. The glitz, the glamour, the lights, the World Championships.
Yeah, boy, I cannot wait.
For Mike, I'm Dan.
And time to enjoy the wrap up the regular season, The Jam,
See you in Las Vegas.
which plays at the end of each episode.
Here's the jam. Enjoy.
What a season it was. Tom Mintz dominated. Gravedigger had a horrible year. Scott Hartsock was really good. A whole bunch of other trucks were really good. What a great night it was to wrap up the regular season. And it all comes down to the next time we're back. World Finals 1. Who will get the very first racing freestyle title? Oh man, I cannot wait. So yeah guys, that was Monster Jam Pontiac 2000 Freestyle. Awesome event. Up there is like one of the best events of the year. Awesome freestyle too, on a very intense track. Just wait till next time out when we see an intense track for the World Finals. So see you all next time for World Finals 1 Racing.